My name is Aubrey Zappen, and my pronouns are she, her, and that is Aubrey is what I prefer to be called as well.
Great, great. And then can you tell me a little bit about your dancing journey?
Yeah, similar to you, I've been dancing since I was 3. I My favorite part about when I started dancing is that it's something that I basically potty trained myself to start dancing. Like it's something that I like wanted to do so much as a 3-year-old that I decided it was worth it to, potty train myself, which as a toddler is kind of weird. Uh, but I've had very little times during my dance journey that I have doubted dance as what I want to do. I just recently decided I wanted it as a career, like in the past year and a half. It's when I decided that I wanted to continue my time with dance and go to college for it and do all the stuff for it. I am mainly a competition dancer at the current time because my studio is a competition studio. And so I have a lot of experience in competitions and conventions and doing all of that. But I personally prefer performance just for performance sake or for a higher purpose, not just for competing. I am not a competition dancer myself. It's just what my studio does. But yeah, I have an audition this Saturday for my top college. So that is still, sorry, my cat is in the way.
You're totally fine.
But that's still like my plan, and I'm looking forward to that step of my life.
That sounds great. What college is it for?
Dean College in Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah,
Yes.
that's exciting. What studio
Yeah.
are you at right now?
I dance at Academy of Dance in Port Orchard.
Nice. Okay. Amazing. I love that. Amazing. Yes. So moving on to the next question. What is a challenge that you've experienced in dance, and what advice would you give those struggling with the same issue about it?
I think one of the biggest challenges I've had overall, because I've had some like little ones that you can deal with as a dancer, but one of my biggest ones, especially when I was like a younger teen, is having a different look or body type in a dance class and being surrounded by people who don't look like you. That's something was very difficult for me because I'm very close with the people at my studio. My best friends are there. I believe that I will be friends with these girls for a long time. But at the same time, when you're dancing in a room for hours on end every day of the week, and you're staring at yourself in the mirror dancing, and you're watching your friends dance and these other girls dance, and you think they look beautiful, and you don't look the same as them, it's a very difficult thing to just kind of overcome and start seeing yourself as in the same perspective. And something I would advise other dancers who have a similar problem is instead of focusing on you compared to them or how you dance related to them or anything in comparison or relation to another dancer, but rather you compared to yourself, which I know a lot of people tend to say that, but it is so true and it's so important. And I think that being able to look at yourself and just see your own growth and see where you need to go and not in comparison to anyone else in the room is one of the best ways to get through that.
Yes, I 100% agree. My studio does Love Your Body Week every year. So
love that.
So we have that where we like write on the mirrors. So like the little kids will have like their papers of like, I love my eyes, I love my hands, I love my feet, like things like that. And it's the cutest
so cute.
thing. But it's amazing to enforce that in studios. So yes. I agree. I So next question, what inspired you to become a DWC ambassador?
Well, so my original interest was actually because last fall, my teacher and my former peer, she graduated and moved on, but they were both ambassadors. And I had just learned about Dancewear Center like a little bit before that. I haven't known about you guys for a very long time. But I immediately like just fell in love with everything about it, because my favorite quote is every body is a dancing body. And so I just loved having a place of business that was just completely promoting diversity in every way for dancers, because that's not common. It's getting better, but it's just not something that is seen super often. So that was kind of my initial inspiration, and just to be able to promote my thoughts and how I feel in the industry and about those things, and just to help get the dance world on a more positive track.
Yes, that's amazing. Yes, and this question kind of goes hand in hand. What are you looking forward to most about being an ambassador for Dancewear Center?
Similar, just kind of being able to get my voice out there and start working on my career, because I know there are all types of ambassadors, and some are young, some are older, some are in the middle of their career, and I myself have not actually started yet. Like, this is the first thing that I'm really doing for like a work style or experience of anything. So I'm excited, I guess, to be able to have this as my first experience, and to be able to work through this and learn in this process, and to be able to tell my story to other dancers.
Yes, amazing. Much deserved to be a ambassador. Much deserved. So next question is, what is a change you would like to see made in the dance world, and what steps can we take to move towards that change?
One of my main things that I would like to see change or start to change is just what the expectation of a dancer is. For a long time, when I thought of a professional dancer, it was a certain image, it was a certain level of ability, it was a certain look. And I just don't really think that's logical, or like really something that exists, I guess, because there's different levels of professional dancers, and there are different levels of ability, and there are different stories. And I just feel like it's important to normalize that, and for people to understand that in order to be a professional dancer and to follow your dream, if you want to be a professional dancer, you don't have to be a certain way. You don't have to have a certain experience level. You just need to have the determination and drive to go for it.
Yes. Yes. And what steps can we take to move towards that change?
I'd say this ambassadorship, to me, is a lot of that, is having all of this one place where all sorts of dancers can come and tell their story, which I love. And I think that just doing it more, like, as you said, your studio does that Love Your Body Week once a year, just implementing those different aspects of dance, because dance isn't just about the act of dancing. It's also about how you hold yourself, how you think about yourself, how you can handle criticism, and all sorts of things. I just think being able to implement those things in studios and jobs and anything in the art world would help to get the normalization of a professional dancer can be anyone.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And this is the final question. So do you have any projects coming up, like performances, workshops? You talked about your audition, just any new things coming up for Aubrey?
Yeah. Currently the biggest one is my audition, which I'm flying to Massachusetts in the morning for it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Which is very exciting. I'm very nervous about it, but after that, in December, my studio has our performances. We're doing the Nutcracker. I am in the Snow Corps, and I'm the Dewdrop Fairy. So very excited. It's my biggest role in the Nutcracker of my years dancing, and it's probably right now my favorite. But that's mainly it for like the next couple of months. Other than that, I have competition season coming up, which we're preparing for constantly. I have a lot of dances, but yeah, I'd say the Nutcracker, our variety show, which is everything but ballet, and then my audition on Saturday.
Nice. Yeah, that's great. Lots of things coming up for you. That is all the questions that I have for you.
Awesome.
For being an ambassador. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. We are so excited to have you as an ambassador, and
I'm excited.
it was lovely to meet you.